Now, which are the companies to watch in the new year in 2023? Nike, Google and the pharmaceuticals giant Roche have topped the global polls for the firm's best place to prosper in the post-pandemic world.
The poll by the Swiss-based research institute IMD looked at the most valuable firms operating in technology, pharmaceuticals and retail. It examined their strategies for future-proofing in the fast-changing business environment. Well, Howard Yu is Professor of Management and Innovation at the IMD Business School in Denmark. Welcome back to the programme, Howard. Good to see you. Let's talk about pharmaceuticals first. And, of course, COVID vaccines saw those kind of companies do exceptionally well last year. What about this year?
Well, if you're looking at the pharmaceutical ranking, of course, companies that have mRNA technologies like AstraZeneca as well as Pfizer, they are on top of the league table. But it is just one of the expression of future capabilities. If you're looking at Roche, although they're not big in vaccine development, their capability around genomics and protein fold computational scientists is really on top of the game. This is why the top few companies is all about whether they could scale up this future capability ahead of competition.
So looking at your ranking, it's topped by tech companies, isn't it? But this is a sector that's had a particularly difficult year and seen a lot of changes.
That's right. Oh, my God. I mean, this year we see tech companies all plunge. But still, there are winners and there are those who hurt the most. If you're looking at the ranking, of course, Google and Microsoft particularly still stay on top because their product offering is much more diversified compared to Meta, which plunged, Netflix, which plunged, and Spotify that plunged. So the message for 2023, you have to diversify your product line. Unicorn is a one-trick pony these days.
And looking still at the technology sector, it's also had to deal with what you could call a tech war between China and the United States. How has that affected things?
Absolutely. So the third company is NVIDIA. But if you triangulate between NVIDIA and Microsoft, one unifying theme is the ability to win favor, both Washington as well as Beijing. Both of them do not pick sides. So I think going forward with all this geopolitics, technological decoupling, it is important for companies not to pick sides. You have to win both in order to become future ready.
And what about Nike? That's a company that's done well in your ranking, hasn't it? What does it do so well?
Right. Between Nike as well as Lululemon, historically, they've been doing very well. And even in 2023 going forward, they still top our ranking. I think particularly they are so good in turning their brand into a cultural phenomenon. They leverage their digitization, they leverage opinion leaders. So these days in Instagram and TikTok economy, you have to be able to work with a key opinion leader across the world. And these two brands really stood out.
And across all sectors, I mean, it's been a very difficult economic climate this year, hasn't it? What lessons do you think companies can learn from it?
Yeah, absolutely. You still need to rethink about what is that main thing around innovation you must persist. Of course, the recession is scary. You need to prioritize. You need to cut back to preserve cash. But here's the thing. Future-ready company always prioritize. What is that main thing? You would persist in innovation so that recession would come to an end, maybe in 2024. Then you're ready for the next wave of growth. By the way, being future-ready is also a source of resilience during crisis time.
Professor Howard Yu from IMD Business School in Denmark, good to talk to you. Thank you for joining us today.
Great to be here.